Hi everybody, here's Krystian from TeamworkCast.
Hi, I'm Fahim from America.
And this is the 12th of October, NYC Uncommons. The last legal pack is the Universe of Tomorrow, and this is the third round of Swiss. On the left we have Chris, and on the right we have MonkeyBonkey, and we will have a matchup of Val. Is that Val?
It looks
Valencia?
like Val. So,
And yeah,
I'm assuming, I think he was playing what, DLR Val?
I don't know, man. Anything is possible.
Well,
Like these days, like the people are sometimes playing Val, like deals Data League Universal Val, but then sometimes they bring like actual breakers with you, and so it's like you prepare for the Data League Reversal, and suddenly everything goes wrong.
Yep.
And the opponent, MonkeyBonkey, we saw him, like, I think, on previous rounds, or maybe we won't show the previous rounds, and now I played against him in the second round and lost horribly. This is MonkeyBonkey, and he's playing Cerebral Imaging.
I was going to say, it looks like Cerebral Imaging. Ooh, do you think he's going to score 7 points in one turn and win?
I don't know, anything is possible. I'm not going to spoil how I lost. I'm not going to actually show the game where I played against him, because it was a very, very boring game, I have to say. Kind of Cerebral Imaging has like this kind of thing going on, where sometimes it's not really the most exciting thing to watch, you know?
No, but when it gets its 6 or 7 points in one turn, it's the most beautiful thing you'll ever see in Netrunner. Ever.
Yeah, it's like, I guess you live just for this one special turn, and everything else just getting money and stunning stuff.
Yeah, I tried piloting that deck, and I found out I don't know math well, so it doesn't work for me.
Yeah, it takes lots of thinking. Alright, so Val here is going to start with one bad publicity, and MonkeyBonkey with Cerebral Imaging, his hand size is equal to his credits, so he will try to get as many credits as possible to have like this huge hand size, and he starts immediately with a hedge fund.
Seems typical play. I'm expecting another money. Ooh, nice.
Oh, an actual ice.
And then money card? Money card? Yep, there it is.
Another money card.
Of course.
A green level clearance. So usually what MonkeyBonkey, what Cerebral Imaging will do is they will just ice centrals. They won't create any remote servers. And Chris is doing exactly the right thing, which I didn't do against Cerebral Imaging my turn, which he face checks aggressively against them. So they have to spend the money that are so important for them. So we see an Eli on their R&D, and there is a 3 Peddler and a Daily Casts.
Yep. So run, install, draw, install.
And meanwhile, Cerebral Imaging, ooh, hedge fund and restructure. Yeah, getting all the monies. Oof, this is painful.
Now all he needs to do is that panic button, and then go, hit draw.
That would be great. Oh, and there's, I think...
He archived memories of the restructure back.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh man.
He used his restructure and then archived memories of the restructure back to his hand on his third click.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
There's a parasite.
Parasite and running on hand. There's a blue level clearance, so even more money for MonkeyBonkey on his turn, and I think we're gonna see this blue level clearance right now. Yep, there it is. 2 clicks and like 3 cards or something, or 2 cards?
It's 2 clicks, 2 cards.
And some money as well.
I think 3 or 4 credits, can't remember.
Yeah. So yeah, drawing all those cards, thinking about things. Oh, clogging up the HQ, so there is no easy access for Chris anymore. Chris wearing a Pro Circuit t-shirt right here.
In our Pro Circuit, there you go.
So far we don't see any DLR danger from Chris. Let's see. Ooh, nope, I don't think that's a typical DLR.
It is definitely
build.
not DLR.
So this is Progenitor, is that true?
It looks like it's a Progenitor. So all his viruses have, I believe that's what, +1 counter?
I think you install something on a Progenitor, and then if there's a purge, it retains 1 counter. And there's another hedge fund, some more stuff going on here. And Chris discards the Scrubber, which I don't think he will be really needing in this kind of matchup. I don't think MonkeyBonkey will be creating any kind of asset servers. That Parasite is ticking up, but now MonkeyBonkey installed something else in front of R&D, so even if Eli gets killed by Parasite, there's still now the ice protecting here, and we see deliberate accounts being played by Chris.
Nice. He needs more money, apparently.
this isn't going to be a money war, and MonkeyBonkey is incredibly rich. We can't tell, as we're commentating this, we can't tell how rich he is, because he uses this technique of just creating a huge mess on his ID. And the worst thing,
I think he's got like...
It's difficult to tell because the 5 tokens from Team Covenant look exactly the same as the 1 tokens.
And
like
the 3,
color is the same. And then he's using also 2 tokens, so it's really impossible to tell. It's a lot of money.
It's surprising, he put down 4 ice, so if he is playing the 7-point version to win, most of those decks run only 4 or 5 ice. So he's pretty much drawn all the ice in the deck, unless he's not playing the 1-turn win.
I think it's a bit more refined deck. Chris is kind of like not sure what to do here, so he installs the Plascrete, and he installs the Desperado, which I saw splash in Valencia a lot, like in a different kind of Valencia, not the DLR Valencia, which I think is a good choice. And look at this, MonkeyBonkey installing playing the enhanced login protocols. So if Chris wants to run, and he does run, he has to pay a second click. He does pay a second click, and face checks into an architect. Now I don't know if that's a good choice, but you know, with Cerebral Imaging, you don't have anything that you want to install anyway, right?
No, but if the top card is an agenda, you can just plunk it off. I mean, it's unfortunate that he's gonna... Oh, there you go, that's nice.
I mean, you can install the ice, that's kind of nice, but then everything else is just operations and agendas. Alright, so he will be able to install something from HQ, R&D, and then from HQ or the archives, and he brings back the Eli.
And puts it on top.
Yep. Securing the R&D, self-securing the R&D, and there's access, but there's nothing. Alright, so Chris gets all of the credits from Liberate accounts.
Seems fair.
Yeah, seems very good idea, and he's at 14 credits now. MonkeyBonkey keeps drawing those cards. Looks at his messy discard pile, at his messy archives.
I'm still trying to count how many credits he's got. I think he's got 6, 9,
I don't know, man.
15? 14? Because I think those are 4 3s and a 2. I'm not sure though, I can't tell.
Nobody knows. But I will count, so our listeners eventually will know how much there is. So yeah, doing a reclamation order, getting back 2 hedge funds. So I think we're going to see more hedge funds in the future, because why not?
Well, you are CI, you need money. Oh,
I really like... so what is it? Oh, it is Mimic. So I like that Chris installed the Plascrete here to make sure that there is no Scorch shenanigans going on, and he gets out a clone chip for later.
I don't think the Plascrete was the right play. I think that's just, you can throw it away. CI rarely runs Scorch. Generally, I mean, it is...
You don't... Nah, it's actually, you know, because you're having so much money all the time.
Right.
And you are likely to draw the combo on hand. I think Scorch is a very good solution for CI. You just turtle in, and if they start to doing shenanigans, you can just Scorch them and win the game immediately without any kind of... And of course, Scorch, like with additional clicks, like which with Biotic Labor, is even better, because you can keep recurring this one Scorch Earth, and then play multiple Scorches in the same turn. It's really good. Run on R&D, there's an Eli run on HQ. That is going to be an IQ.
It's an expensive res. Well, not yet, but it will get insanely big.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly how many cards he has on hand, but we will display it later on. It's probably very expensive. Again, in a reclamation order, and he gets back hedge funds again. Plays the hedge funds again.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what the meta is on CI in Europe, but I know in the States over here, people don't run Scorch out of it for some reason. Although that's interesting, you have all that money, it might not be too bad to run a tag version of it.
I've seen very little CIs that didn't have Scorch, and I died to those CIs that suddenly produce a Scorch out of nowhere. Especially as a criminal, it's really bad, because you try to do account siphons to keep them low on money. So that's a very nice and easy way to win the game for them. Alright, another hedge fund that we just got back. There is a Cathy Jones here being clicked on Chris' side.
Is that a kid? Yes, it is. It was. And I protect archives.
Not sure why though.
I guess if he's playing criminal, he sees a mimic, he doesn't want free data suckers?
Maybe. You mean an Anarch?
Yeah. Or Anarch, yeah. Because he sees the mimic, he sees Desperado, and the Parasite. Or I guess no.
Yeah, I guess Chris could get like credits and data suckers with a click here.
Faust.
Ooh, that is good. That's a really fascinating build that Chris has here. As I cannot read him. I don't see like any typical build here. Just some regular Anarch breakers and a Desperado and a Faust. That's just
well, if he has a
combination.
Faust, then I'm assuming he has at some point he's got pancakes with Wildside in there.
You would think so, but I seen Faust without those. I've seen Faust in Andromeda. All right, so there is archive memories for a blue level clearance, I think.
Yep.
I'm not sure. Like the sloppy sandwich way of playing this game is a bit.
We need a second camera on the other side.
Seriously, we need a camera dedicated to this guard pile and dedicated to.
Just get 4 cameras, one dedicated to each central, and then one on the side.
Yeah. I'm gonna put little cameras in the individual chips in the tokens. Alright, so Chris keeps drawing, discards a lot of cards.
That looks like a biotic. Yep, there it is.
There's a biotic. Install.
Advance.
I think there's going to be a triple advance.
Should be.
And there's now confusion going on with money, changing money. Yeah, there's a 5 token in there. Ooh, this is confusing. Oh, now he's creating piles. That's even worse.
Well, at least the piles are... Yeah, but you can tell the value of it. So it's
no, well, I can't. It's like just a cylinder of tokens.
Oh,
all right,
another one. So now he has 4. That means that's the
yeah, it's going to be the efficiency committee.
Yeah,
usually that's what CI wants to score first. The efficiency committee is very important because that's usually like a prerequisite for lots of the combos that they're having going on. Yep. So now with efficiency committee, he has like 3 tokens on there, and each token gives 2 clicks. You have to spend a click to spend a token, but you get two clicks, so you get 1 click back. So each token is a click, basically.
Yep.
And
draws for first click on that side.
But you have to remember that if you use the tokens, you cannot advance this turn anymore. So these have to be used with some kind of like shipment from Sansan kind of thing to if you want to advance with this.
Kaguya, that type of things.
Ooh, Chris keeps drawing, finds a medium, discards a medium because there's already a medium installed, and now we see another archive memory. It's really recurring a lot of stuff here. Getting back the reclamation order.
Was it
he recorded a reclamation order, yeah. I think he's going to be recurring all the hedge funds or restructures that he already played.
Quick draw. There's another blue level clearance, it looks like.
And getting a credit. And now the Parasite has run out. So the Eli gets trashed. Maybe we're going to see another attack on R&D. We do. That's going to be another IQ. Oh, there's a lot of money being spent on this.
But it was 7 or 8 to grabs?
Maybe. Seems like
can't tell.
Like
money's all piled up.
So MonkeyBonkey, Chris is like, I don't know how to deal with this. Oh, he actually uses the Faust. He discards a lot of things to get through, and then breaks the. Oh no, he doesn't.
He ends right on Architect, so that works.
Oh, he installed Wildside and Pancakes, right? So as you predicted, we're gonna see a lot of card draw from Chris. And yes, there is a structure.
More money.
Clearly, we don't have enough.
You never have enough for SCI. Always need more. Money and draw. That's what wins games, right? I hear.
Yes. Agendas are just a topping. Right. So we see the David. That's really great. We'll get him through the IQ so easily. So getting through the IQ with a David, and then breaking for 2 credits the Architect, stealing finally agenda, and now finally the enhanced locking protocol is gone. So he has another poke.
Runs again, spends money with Mimic and David to break both, access 1 more.
He uses Bad Pup to break with the Mimic one, so actually it's a free run. He just needs to use the David. Another steal. Ooh,
5
That's a 5-3-2.
Game
That's
point over
really
here.
Good. Really good.
And he's got Mimic with at least 2 counters on it, so next run he'll see 3 cards. It's interesting.
All right, MonkeyBonkey, how will you answer this?
Surprisingly, I haven't seen a Jackson yet. You need Jackson.
No Jackson, yeah. I guess CI, again, they don't want to install things. So MonkeyBonkey is going to be using all of his clicks, so it gets 7 clicks in total. Yep, and there it is. C-Source. Chris is caught with his pants down. He doesn't have too many credits. I think it's just 6 right now.
Yep, he looks like he's at 6, and Val doesn't have a link, does she?
Nope. So this is going to be a very easy trace. I think the trace starts at like 3 or something. So he needs to just get to the trace 6, and he starts out at 3 or 2 or something. Yeah. So just a couple of credits to get in the tag. Now he has still 6 clicks left to do mischievous things.
Yeah,
so he plays a Scorch Earth.
Trace strength is 3 for C-Source.
So just 3 credits.
So he does play Scorched, okay.
Yep, he does. So Chris is going to be discarding all his hands. He doesn't prevent anything, which is a wise choice. Keeping like the Plascrete alive. And there's going to be second Scorch. So now the Plascrete is gone too.
Third Scorch?
Now, nope, I think we're going to see a recursion of the Scorch now.
Probably.
Still math going on here. Yep, and there's a reclamation order to get both Scorches back, so he could potentially Scorch 2 more times.
That's an interesting way. See, I've never seen a Cerebral Imaging kill deck like that.
So I think, like, generally, like from my experience, whenever I see CI, I pretty much expect there is some kind of kill option in there, simply because it's so easy. You just splash, like, just 1 Scorch Earth is enough, usually, and maybe like a Cease or something. So because you can just keep recurring, as MonkeyBonkey did, you can just keep recurring those Scorch Earths.
Reclamation Order, Archive Memories, yep.
Yes, you can do so many things. And of course, you have always such a huge amount of money, and it's so incredibly taxing for runners to get into your servers, because you just have the central servers. There's also a lot of like money tricks, especially like from criminals, that don't work anymore. Stuff like security testing or a bank job don't work anymore because you don't have any remote servers anymore.
Maybe I should have taken that version to Worlds with me instead of my NEH. Sad.
I don't know if MonkeyBonkey maybe was in Worlds. We don't know. This was, of course, recorded before Worlds, so everybody was still preparing. And of course, Data and Destiny is still not out at this point.
Yep, this was what, I think 2 months ago. So.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's 2 months ago. It means nothing because we recorded at a very different time that we're going to release this in. So it was in October.
Right.
All right. So we're going to move on to the second game from the third round of this tournament. I hope you will join us next time. Until then, we're gonna hack the planet. Hack the planet.
Shut up and get in the car. Shit on me.
This episode of Netrunner TeamworkCast was created with a generous support from our listeners. If you enjoy the show and you can't get enough Netrunner videos, please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/hacktheplanet.